Bad bitch alert, bad bitch alert. Bad bitch alert, bad bitch alert. I did not plan on doing any more readathons for the year. I just didn't. I was kind of tired. Like after the Heartathon, readathon, I was like, no more readathons. But I heard about the Yonceathon and the Bad Bitch Readathon, and I was just like, I have to take part. This is very on brand for me. This is very much in my lane. Like, this is very much my steez, my stilo, my stylo. It's very much in there. Like, I have to do this. And also for September, it will be Latinx Heritage Month. I am excited about that too. Bookish NB Rican, they asked me what am I reading for Latinx Heritage Month, and for the longest I have been planning on reading Dominicana by Angie Cruz, and Latinx Heritage Month is perfect for that. I started reading a little bit of it around the time Jesse started reading it. Jesse did a buddy read of this and they had a discussion. I'm looking forward to Dominicana. I heard it was giving like drama and a little bit of mess in there, a little bit of escandalo, a little bit of drama, a little bit of what's going on over here? What is the tea? Give me the tea. The tea is exceptionally good today. Who made this? Angie Cruz. Very delicious. So for the Bad Bitch Readathon, which was created by Neeks at the channel Neeks. Shout out to my good girly Neeks. I love her. A bonafide bad bitch. Shout out to her. There are 4 prompts. I was thinking of books that would fit each prompt, and for each prompt, the same book kept coming up. The first prompt is Bad Bitch. Book with an overall bad bitch main character. Prompt number 2, Frosty Bitch. Cold ass bitch who doesn't care for anyone or anything. Number 3, Silly Bitch. Bitch that does everything wrong. 4, Thirsty Bitch. Character that owns their sexuality. A character that has a sex positive attitude. And for all of these, and being that I wasn't able to finish reading The Coldest Winter Ever, and I still have to do the live show with Deidre at Shade Tree Reads, Erica at The Broken Spine, and Ashley at The Bookish Realm. Like, we're all gonna be reading The Coldest Winter Ever by Sister Souljah. So I figured we still have to do the live. It's still coming up. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to finishing my reread of this. So I figured for Bad Bitch Readathon, which is perfect because at the end of the day, Winter Santiago is a bad bitch for me, for real. She is an overall bad bitch character. She doesn't care about, she cares about people, like she cares about her family, but when you read this book, like she doesn't care about a lot of people, and she doesn't care about a lot of things in this book. She's a silly bitch because she does a lot of dumb, she doesn't do everything wrong, but she does a lot of dumb shit, and she just does a lot of shit wrong, period. Thirsty bitch, and she is someone who is not scared of her sexuality. She's not scared of owning her sexuality. She has a very sex positive attitude, at least for herself, not necessarily for everybody else. Like, she don't really like slut shame other girls. She's not necessarily a girl's girl, but she doesn't slut shame other people, but she does have very homophobic ideals, but also it is a testament to when this book was set. It's not like rampant homophobia all over this book, but she has her moments where she is homophobic, and you're like, girl, you just want to clap her shoulders and shake her and tell her, like, what the hell, girl? With the blood clot, girl, y'all doing it wrong. This is like my read for the Bad Bitch Readathon. It is The Coldest Winter Ever by Sister Souljah. It is one of my favorite books. It is like a required read as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, it is a part of the American like literary canon because it is everything. It has everything. It has themes. It has character development. We'll just call it character development. Great writing, like a voice, a powerful voice. It has so many like literary elements. So, it's just up there. It's up there with all the other literary girls. So she's just a modern classic. Remember that. And by a Black author with a Black protagonist who is a woman. Both women, the protagonist and the author, like, it's everything. So, Coldest Winter Ever, this my girl. Bad bitch alert, bad bitch alert. Bad bitch alert, bad bitch alert. Yonce Readathon. Created by Booking It with Atia. I hope I pronounced their name right. Atia or Ataya. I will have to double check that. I love that they created this. I appreciate them for creating it because we need it, and it is like celebrating Beyonce. It is celebrating, we'll just call September the month of bad bitches, you know, including Latinx people, they're like out there being bad bitches too or whatever, you know. They got J-Lo, they got Rosalia, they have like, who else do they have? And like, that's Latinx. They have Amara La Negra. Who else they got? They got Cardi B. Who else they got? They got other people that's like bad bitches. That is Latinx. They got Bad Bunny, you know. They got Celia Cruz. They got Mark Anthony. Bad bitches down the line, sis. Bad bitches down the line. Ricky Martinez. Come on, they got Enrique Iglesias. Bad bitches down the line, sis. So September is a bad bitch month, you know what I'm saying? I am naming a lot of light-skinned Latinx people. I need to think of some dark. Elizabeth Acevedo. Who else is another dark-skinned? Well, what else is a dark-skinned Latinx person? So the first prompt for the Yonceathon Readathon, Spirit, book by a Black author. And for that, I chose The Stars and the Blackness Between Them by Junauda Petrus. I am looking forward to reading this. Junauda Petrus is of Trinidad and Tobagonian heritage. I believe they were born in Minneapolis, and grew up in Minneapolis, but their heritage, their background is Trinidadian. I read a little bit of it before, and I also spoke with Saeed about this, being that he is a Trinidadian that is on the ground in Trinidad, you know. He had issues with the patois and the dialect, or just how the patois was being represented in this book. And the thing is, the little bit that I read, I was kind of thrown off by how the patois was written in this book, because I've grown up a significant portion of my life in Trinidad, so I know what Trinidadian patois sounds like, how we talk as Trinidadians. So that kind of felt off to me, but I thought it was just like maybe Junauda's interpretation of it, but it just like, it wasn't rocking with me. So I just kind of I'm looking forward to reading this for the story, but also just to kind of really get my own full understanding and context of the use of Trinidadian patois in this book, because the little bit that I read of it, I was a little thrown off. I don't know, I must read it because it's just like the first few pages, the first chapter. It didn't curl all the way over for me, so we're gonna see if it's gonna curl all the way over later in the book. So I'm looking forward to that. Also, my nails are yellow, and they are yellow in honor of Beyonce. Partly because of the beehive, but more so because the Orisha god that represents Beyonce, Yamaya. And Yamaya wears a lot of yellow. Also, shout out to my good girlie, Azealia Banks. Her Orisha god that represents her is also Yamaya. I know Azealia is also she's a problematic girl, but she's my problematic fave. She will always be my good girlie. I will give that Black woman more chances than I would give a lot of other people I would give more Black women chances than other people, because they have been subjugated and subjected to a lot. Doesn't mean that what they're saying or doing is right. It just means that they get more chances than other people that are not Black women. Period. Okay? Number 2. Other Side, Black nonfiction, and for that I chose No Ashes in the Fire. Although I started reading this for Readathon, I haven't been able to finish it yet, so I will definitely read this. And just to give a fresh new read, I will also include How We Fight for Our Lives, a memoir by Saeed Jones, another nonfiction black story. So I'm looking forward to reading both of these in the month of September. I definitely want to read both of them. Also, for number 3, Black Parade, Intersectional Black Identity. I feel like I'm reading a lot of books that cover this, so I'm pretty much going to go with like No Ashes in the Fire, How We Fight for Our Lives, The Stars and the Blackness Between Them, because Black and women. And also, Coldest Winter Ever, Black women. I'm just going to cover all that because I'm not trying to read too many books for the month, okay? I'm gonna try to pace myself and do appropriately, okay? But I'm gonna read a lot, but I'm gonna read consciously, mindfully, and with some balance. You know, make sure I know that I'm taking on what I can handle. Number 4, Mood Forever. Black protagonist that doesn't involve trauma. So I was thinking to read The Black Mage, since I recently acquired that. Also, another one, which I also acquired at the same time, was You Brought Me the Ocean by Alex Sanchez and Julia Maroh. The Black Mage is by Danielle Barnes and DJ Kirkland. But I'm also considering, since for the longest I need to read Excellence. This is no trauma and it's a lot of magic and excitement, you know, and I have all the comic books, but, well, I don't have all the comic books. I still have 2 of them to come. I still have issue 7 and 8 to come. I have the latest issue, number 9, and the first 6, plus the bind up of the first 6 issues, which, because although I haven't read it yet, I'm a fan already. I'm a stan. I love the art. And I've heard so many good things about it. And I'm running with those good words because it's Black people who told me that they were good. And these are Black people that I can trust because these are Black people who are, like, very into, like Black narratives of science fiction and fantasy. And this is a science fiction fantasy narrative that I'm excited about reading. It's modern. It is fantasy. It is magical. I'm down for it. I'm excited about reading this. So it might be this. We'll try to see if I can fit this in. I might actually wait till October so I can read the 10th issue in this right after I read this. But I also recently acquired Songs About Boys by Brian Patrick Davis. And I've been looking forward to reading this for a long time. I remember from back in MySpace days, from days when, like, blog sites were a big thing, like the entertainment blog sites like Concrete Loop and YBF and the Grape Juice and all of them, like old school, like, blog sites was everything. I remember those. And Brian Patrick Davis was one of the creators of Concrete Loop. And they wrote, I'm not sure I think they go by he, but I will just go with they, them pronouns since they are gender non-conforming from what I see. So I was looking forward to reading this book. The synopsis sounds really good. It is about, like, this young guy who is, like, in the music industry, and he's like a songwriter, and I don't know, he's just like a musical background genius coming up in the industry, and it kind of talks about his kind of hardships dealing in that. I don't know, it just seems like a fun story, and I'm looking forward to reading this. And from what I sense, there's not going to be, like, a whole bunch of trauma, but there may be some drama, and that's my steez, honey. That's my good girly. That's my kind of thing to get into, you know what I'm saying? So this might actually be the read for Mood Forever, especially since Brian is a huge Beyonce fan, so I definitely think, like, maybe I should read this for Mood Forever. So yes, I will definitely be reading Songs About Boys by Brian Patrick Davis. Number 5, Jada. I don't know, I'm not sure. I will have to learn, like, the African language this song comes from, because I think it might be Nigerian, but it might be Ghanaian. I'm not sure what country. I have to look up what country Burna Boy is from, but I think he's Nigerian. I think Burna Boy is Nigerian, but it's Jada. Jada is the number 5 prompt for the Yonceathon, and I love that all the prompts for this are song titles from The Gift, like Beyonce's compilation soundtrack album for Black is King / companion to the Lion King live action. So number 5, Jada, book centering Black artistry or storytelling. I actually realized that for this, I had actually chosen Excellence, but I also thought Check Please, Book 1, #Hockey by Ngozi Ukazu. Ngozi Ukazu is the Black creator of this comic book, which surprised me because it's like, it is a white male protagonist, and I was just like, granted, a white LGBTQ protagonist, but a white male protagonist all the same. So it was just kind of like surprising to me that it was a black woman that wrote this. So it was just like, but I'm looking forward to reading this because I heard that this comes from, I believe, their web comic. It looks like it's gonna be a fun read and it's gonna be kind of cute. You know, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wish it was like, you know, black male characters front and center, and even more subversive or like revolutionary would have been like to have like black characters being like hockey players because hockey is known as this sport that is very, very white, predominantly white, and not a lot of black men have kind of broken into that and really been in there, but there are still black, like, I mean, in this there is a black character. It's just that in real life there are more black hockey players, just not a lot, you know. And who knows, that might change in the future. 2020 is like, I guess, a cultural reset at this point. So there might be more like black men playing hockey in the future. We'll see, you know. They'll fuck it up for us, you know what I'm saying? I'll definitely read this, you know, for black artistry and storytelling. And also for the Black Future Book Club, we will be reading Lovecraft Country by Ruff. And we will definitely be discussing the HBO series Lovecraft Country. I hope we all can be able to watch it. I will try to link them in so that they are able to watch it. That is Erica at The Broken Spine and Wendy at Book Nerd TV. I will try to link them in so that we can all like watch it and discuss it. I don't know how they feel about it, because this book was already horror. Lovecraft was a very horror-esque writer, and from my understanding, this has a lot of horror, but is also very rooted in black history of racial subjugation and oppression. I'm looking forward to reading this. I'm looking forward to watching the series. I have not started watching the series, although it has started. I just want to finish reading the book first and then watch the show afterward. And I'm looking forward to having the discussion with Wendy and Erica about Lovecraft Country. I don't know. From my understanding, I believe Erica is going to reread a few Lovecraft stories. So I'm guessing that she enjoys a good horror. It's gonna be fun to be able to talk about this book, but also like talk about like horror and like Lovecraft Country and Lovecraft horror. I'm not a big horror person, but I'm just excited about this. I heard it's really good. It's really well done. It's a really well done book, although it is about black protagonists by a white writer. Let's Go Swimming on Doomsday was not bad, and it was written by a white woman, so I didn't have a problem with that. Like, I've heard from actual black people who don't play about like white people. They don't play around with white people, especially white people writing about black people. They don't play about that, and they raved about this, and they said this was a really good book. They actually interviewed the author. It was on the For All Nerds podcast. They interviewed Ruff, and that convinced me to get the book. Like, that convinced me like 2-3 years ago when they interviewed him to read the book, but I just didn't have the funds to get it at the time. And now, bitch, we about to read this. We about to get this. We about to read this. And also for the QPOC reading circle, we will be reading The Stars and the Blackness Between Them for the month of September. I'm excited about that too. And also for the month of September, my playlist is going to be bad bitches, okay? I will be listening to the City Girls' 3 albums that they have out. Period, Girl Code, and City on Lock. I'll be listening to those. I already started listening to Period, because I hadn't listened to Period before when it initially came out. Like, I bought it, and I was just like, I want to listen to it. I'm going to go and listen to it. And I still hadn't listened to it. So now I'm listening to it, and I'm loving it. I'm just like, my girlies, they're like teaching me so much. They're like teaching me about hypergamy. I will also be listening to Saucy Santana's 2 albums. Friend of the City Girls, Saucy Santana, his 2 albums, I'm a Celebrity and Pretty Little Gangsta. I love Saucy Santana. I love his personality. I love his attitude. because I do, because it would be, oh yeah, Saucy Santana goes by he, him pronouns, because I don't think although Saucy Santana is gender non-conforming in their presentation, they do identify as he, him, so I will go with that. But definitely, I'm a Celebrity. I'm gonna be listening to I'm a Celebrity and Pretty Little Gangsta. I haven't gotten around to listening to those, but I've heard the singles and I love them. I love Welcome Like a Dog, Sis. Welcome Like a Dog. You know, more hypergamy. Well, that's not hypergamy. That's kind of like taking advantage of niggas. But whatever, you know, girl. I'm here for it. I'm gonna be listening to Saucy Santana for September as well. I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited to listen to his albums for the first time. I'm excited about those. I will also be listening to Flo Milli's album, Ho, Why You Here? I am excited about that. I love what Flo Milli's giving me. Somebody actually tweeted, which I understand why I like Flo Milli so much, is that they tweet that she sounds like a cross between a Valley girl, or at least a girl in Beverly Hills, and a hood girl. And I'm like, girl, I think that's is that my brand? Am I kind of a hood girl and like a Valley girl? Like, I think that's why I like Flo Milli so much. She's like, Flo Milli shit. Ah! I'm such a bird. I'm such a bird and I love it. So like, I'm excited about the Flo Milli album. I'm excited about listening to the Flo Milli album. Also, I'll be listening to Beyonce's The Gift and Homecoming. I'll be listening to both of those in honor of Yonceathon and just basically bad bitch. Period. Done. What's up? And it's also Beyonce's birthday month of September. So, what's up? Also my mother and my father's birthday month. And finally, I will also listen to Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy, and I might listen to Gangsta Bitch Music Mixtape Volume 1 and 2. Maybe. We will see. I've listened to the first one and I liked it. I didn't like everything, but I liked it for the most part. I haven't listened to Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 2, and I'm looking forward to listening to that. I would love to listen to that, but I don't know. I'm gonna see. But I definitely want to listen to Invasion of Privacy. I've listened to it before and I really like it. I love it. I even love the singles and the songs that people were like not into, like well, the one with Kalani I really didn't care about. Maybe. I think I kind of liked it. Honestly, we're just not going to talk about how I feel about Kalani, not right now. That's another time. I liked Invasion of Privacy from what I've heard. I just need to listen to it some more. So I'm going to put that in the rotation. So it's just going to be bad bitches down the line. City Girls, Saucy Santana, Flo Milli, Beyonce, Cardi B, what's up? It's going to be all of that for my like soundtrack for the month of September. It is purely like bad bitch energy, sis. Like bad bitch energy down the line. What is the tea, girlies? Like, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun month of reading and music and just thriving, you know? September is gonna be uplifting and you know, no matter what, it's gonna be great. Regardless. Everything, like, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great September, and it's going to be the dawning of great things to come. I'm believing it. I'm putting it out there. That's what we want. That's what's gonna happen. So I'll be reading The Coldest Winter Ever by Sister Souljah, The Stars and the Blackness Between Them by Junauda Petrus, Lovecraft Country by Ruff, No Ashes in the Fire by Darnell L. Moore, How We Fight for Our Lives by Saeed Jones, Songs About Boys by Brian Patrick Davis, Dominicana by Angie Cruz. Oh my gosh, okay, now we starting to get ridiculous. I thought it was going to be like 4 books, but you know, we'll see. Anyway, and Check Please by Ngozi Ukazu. That's it. That's just gonna be it. Okay? Like, that's really just gonna be it. Black Mage and The Black Mage by Daniel Barnes and DJ Kirkland. And You Brought Me the Ocean by Alex Sanchez and Julie Maroh. These, we'll see if I could get to these. I'll try to get to these once I'm through with these, but we're gonna hold off. But I'm excited about reading these though. I definitely want these. I want the like wholesome, magical fun and cuteness that this is giving me so far. Like, I'm looking forward to that. But this, I just need the wholesome romance and cuteness and young love and magic of this. Like, do you see this cover? Oh, it just looks so. And then also realizing that like it is a black and an Asian like lead in romance, and like I love that. That's made me so happy because I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I am tired of interracial like romances in books, and it's person of color and white person, and I'm just like. I've seen that narrative too many times. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I want to see two people of color in a relationship. Asian and Latinx in a relationship. If we're going to do interracial, black and Asian, black and Latinx. Like, I want that, like, you know, black and indigenous, Asian and indigenous. Like, give me some more flavor, more variety, flavor. I don't want no like black white person and somebody POC in a relationship. I'm tired of it. I've seen enough of it. I'm over it. I just want more people of color in relationship in relationship, in friendship, and romance, and everything with each other. I want that. Sometimes we don't always have to include white people because they're included everywhere. Okay, thanks. Sorry about that for those who just aren't happy with that sentiment, but it's whatever, girl. Anyway, you know, you got a lot. You got 99.99% of so much. Like, come on, give us a break, okay? Give us a little bit of like room to be like to experience more in this world than just white people and everything. But you know, there's colonization for you. I honestly feel like with excellence, I might actually push excellence back all the way to like October, being that the 10th issue of Excellence is going to be coming out then. I'll probably push it back till then because I mean I've waited what, a year and a half so far. What's another like month again, you know, to start reading this. But I'm excited about reading this, and I love the covers in this. Oh, I love the covers in Excellence. They are so beautiful. I think they are like some of the most gorgeous covers I have seen in my life, and I'm looking forward to the covers that I got in the issues that I just bought. I intend on reading all these books. Okay, come through. I intend on reading all of these books. I will be reading all of these books for sure. I mean it. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be done. Like, I keep saying it. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna read all these books, and then it's like, I'm not gonna read it, and then I don't read as much as I like to, but I'm gonna read them. I'm reading them. I'm going to read them. They're gonna be done. Okay. By the end of September, they're gonna be done. There's gonna be no lollygagging. There's gonna be no pussyfooting around. None of that. We're gonna read everything, and we're gonna get it done. And I will have thoughts and reviews and everything about them. It's gonna be happening. I'm gonna be coming through with it. Okay. Thank you for spending your time with me, and I'm out this bitch like Fleek.